Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Retro Wednesday, where today we're going to be taking a look at a game called KillSwitch for the PlayStation 2. So without any further introduction, let's hop right into this. Now, this game looks like it's supposed to be some sort of third-person action shooter, similar to the Gears of War game, I would say. And when I actually ended up coming across this game, the only reason I picked it up was because it said it was published by Namco, and Namco and first-person shooters are not a common sight, so I was like, you know what, might as well pick it up and then take a look at it here on the channel with you guys. So here we are. We are playing as some sort of military dude, and there is a lot of talking and no subtitles, so that makes it really good for YouTube videos here. That is great. We're gonna have no idea what the hell they're saying this entire playthrough. Let's see. So it looks like we're supposed to run into the circle here. And then do what? Use the right analog stick to aim, and thankfully it's not inverted controls. That's good. A lot of PS2 games use inverted controls, and that really sucks, because inverted controls just suck. The only thing that an inverted control scheme is good for is when you're doing like flight simulators, because that's just how a plane operates. So, you know, it makes sense in that context, but for pretty much everything else, up being down and down being up is just confusing. Oh, we're supposed to move on to the next area. Ooh, there's a little dive. Ooh, and you can do it omnidirectionally. Look at that. This game is doing stuff Call of Duty took like 20 years to do. Okay, so it looks like this is just gonna be your standard tutorial level, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just work my way through the rest of this, and then I'll cut back whenever we get into some actual gameplay.
Everything look good on your end? Am I a player?
You tell me. You're the one at the controls.
I could get used to this. And by that I mean, we're good.
That's all I wanted to hear. Congratulations. You're hired. Welcome to the future.
Okay, so this game has like meta moments where you, or like fourth wall breaking moments where the freaking protagonist is talking to you directly. That's interesting. Very interesting indeed. Let's save here. That was a very lengthy training course. Very lengthy indeed. And it looks like we have a cutscene, so we will continue with the network staple and skip the cutscene, if we have the option to skip the cutscene. So far, it does not look like we have the option to skip the cutscene, so I guess I'll be right back. Alright, so now we are on some level that legitimately looks like it's ripped straight out of COD 4, which obviously it's not, because this game came out well before COD 4. At least I'm pretty sure it did, because let's see, Call of Duty 4 is like 2007 or something along the lines of that. So this game, actually maybe it was like a year before COD 4 released, or somewhere around there. This is one of the first games to make use of beige being the look of just shooters in general. I mean, I gotta say that this game is really, really responsive. It feels good. Like, whereas a lot of third-person shooters for the PS2 kind of felt a little jank in terms of their controls, like this game is buttery smooth. I'm surprised that I've not heard of this game before, because honestly, before like running into this randomly at a pawn shop, I never heard anybody talk about this, and it's like, why? People should be talking about this game. But I gotta say, from playing like the tutorial in this first level, this seems like it'd be a decent game. And I probably will end up playing this to completion after this video wraps, because so far this is like pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to stop saying that. I'm really kind of surprised. Is this like a hidden gem? Is that what KillSwitch is? Is this just like, you know, the game that everybody should be playing for PS2 but nobody's heard of? And I don't even recall, like, was there a multiplayer for this? Because if there is, like, look, there's just so much that this game has to offer, and it's just something that doesn't really come up in conversations a whole lot. Hello, guys. How's it going? Good night, sweet prince. Oh, and so far the music sounds pretty good too. Gosh, I really feel like I've been missing out, because when I went on my like sort of trip through the PS2, because growing up I never owned the system. Wait, is that the end of the level? Is that what that is? That's kind of strange, but we'll go ahead and we'll save that anyway. But as I was saying, I never really owned the PS2 growing up, so when I got one in like 2020 around there, 2021, I started like looking for the games that were most, you know, noteworthy for the console and picking them up and trying them out. But this game just kind of blew past my radar. It's never come up in videos or discussions or anything. But man, this game so far at least is pretty good. I'm liking this. It feels like something that could potentially have released today. The biggest question that I have is, did this game get a sequel? Because this really feels like one that should have gotten a sequel. Oh boy, he is milking me right now. And that probably is not the best terminology to use. Oh, and the health regenerates as well? Look at that! Okay, so I guess the med kits are not something that you need to get. They're not mission critical, but they'll boost your max health. Do I still have a med kit over here, or did I eat all those up? I think I ate all those up. You know, really, leave it to Namco to make like a halfway decent third-person shooter for the PS2. Like, actually, Namco is just a good company in general. They made Pac-Man and Galaga and Galaxian. That just means that they're the best company, you know, to exist, really. At least in my book. I'll just noob tube you. Oh, I guess there was a flanking round out here too. And you know, now that we're talking about like the whole Call of Duty thing and comparing this to COD 4, that little section right there with that lip kind of reminded me of Die Rise, the zombies map. I know that that's not COD 4 at all, but it just kind of came to mind. Oh, hi there. Hi there, buddy. Let's just blast OU real quick. Okay, so I gotta say that probably the M4 and the 74U are like the better of my arsenal right now, so I might focus a little more on using them versus the full-on AK, but we'll see. If we can't get ammo, which the ammo seems to be rather plentiful, I will have to resort to using that. And there's just a random table in there. I would have to say that perhaps the one flaw to this thing is that there's just not a lot of world building. Oh, you're trying to surrender? What? Can I knock you out? There we go. I guess we knocked him out. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of world building in these levels. Like they're pretty barren. They feel like nothing's really going on. For instance, like this room is literally like 2 chairs or 4 chairs and then a table with some money on it, but that's just about it. And that might be something they compromised on in order to get the game to run so well, because this game is definitely running at like a full 60 FPS. So I think that's kind of their idea, is to go like super light on the environmental details so that they could get like a higher frame rate for gameplay, which honestly, I would prefer a higher frame rate over the world looking way more detailed than it currently does, just because, you know, frame rate's important, especially in a game like this. You don't want to be playing at like 2 FPS while trying to take these guys out, if you know what I'm saying. If you ever tried playing like Call of Duty on a crappy laptop, you would understand why frame rate is definitely a lot better than the graphics. Oh god, don't get meleeed. Okay, I'm not really sure what happened there. I got meleeed, and it took like a third or a quarter of my health. I'll just do this again, I guess. Let's try out that noob tube, actually. Oh, you're over here now. Noob tube is good. Who would have guessed that? Who would have thought that the noob tube would not be good is really the main question here. Oh, that is just great. That is an excellent piece of machinery right there. I'm gonna go back to using the 74U because I actually really like this this weapon. Oh, that's what happened. Someone ended up getting on that, and apparently throwing a grenade is so very, very, very slow that you just don't do it. All right, let's hopefully take care of this guy this time. There we go, beautiful. And that's a helicopter. That's a helicopter, and that's the end of me. Oh god. Now, unfortunately, that's just about all the time we have for KillSwitch. So with that, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, remember to drop a like and make that subscribe button glow so that you don't miss any future content. And if you have any suggestions for games you'd like us to take a look at, be sure to leave it down in the comments or pitch it at our official Discord server, link down below in case you're interested in stopping by. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.